Of course, he's fighting.
This is Butterbean, the man who broke every rule of what a champion should look like. He didn't just win fights, he crushed boxers, kickboxers, even MMA giants. But here's the twist. Every fight you'll see has its own insane story. And the one rival that almost beat him wasn't in the ring, it was his own body. And yet, at the very end, he shows a glimmer of hope that proves life's fights are far more savage than anything under the lights. Stick around, because what's coming will shock you.
The year is 1991. Eric Esch from Jasper, Alabama, is living a life that barely makes a ripple, working long factory shifts and raising kids with his wife. Then, a dare from his buddies changes everything.
What makes these guys so tough?
They push him into a local tough man contest, a no-rules brawl where anyone could prove they were the meanest guy in the county. Standing 5'11" and tipping the scales at 420 pounds, Eric had to slim down just to qualify. 2 weeks of nothing but chicken breasts and butterbeans got him under the limit and gave him the nickname that would follow him forever, Butterbean. At 23, rocking his stars and stripes shorts, he wasn't wasting energy on defense. He marched forward, fists flying, fueled by his wife's simple advice. The result? He steamrolled the local scene, stacking up 5 Tough Man World titles and 36 knockouts. But nothing in Tough Man prepared the world for his first professional fight, because that's when the Butterbean legend truly began. And trust me, the chaos only gets crazier from here.
Butterbean's boxing debut in the mid-90s was pure fireworks. His opponent, Doug Norris, barely knew what hit him. From the opening bell, Butterbean charged forward like a runaway train, smashing into close quarters with no fear. Every punch landed heavy, powered by those star-spangled trunks.
And you're seeing some tough man windmilling by Butterbean. He still has that.
He's getting nailed. There's the punches around.
And before the crowd could blink, he unleashed a thunderous shot to Norris's chin. One punch. Lights out.
Folks, and there goes Doug Norris. It's over.
Butterbean had arrived, and everyone now knew his name. And wait, his next opponent would push him harder than anyone thought possible. Butterbean didn't wait long for his next challenge. Just 2 weeks later, he faced Paul Springer, a younger, pumped-up version of himself. But it only took 30 seconds for Butterbean to prove once again that size doesn't matter, power does. With one devastating display, he showed the world that his body was the epitome of male perfection.
By only his second pro fight, Butterbean made it crystal clear. He wasn't stepping into the ring to box, he was stepping in to destroy. December 1995, Lou Monaco stood across from him. But before the crowd could even settle in, it was already over. One thunderous right hand, Monaco collapsed, out cold, and the referee had no choice but to stop it on the spot. And here's the crazy part. Butterbean later laughed that he had a plane to catch. If he didn't end it by the second round, he might have missed his flight. So what did he do? He finished it in seconds. Pure knockout power, on a deadline.
And what happened next in the ring would leave the crowd completely speechless. After knocking out 3 more opponents, Butterbean stepped into the ring in 1995 against Pat Jackson. Jackson looked furious, and every iron-fisted punch he threw nearly shattered Butterbean's cholesterol armor. He tried to give Butterbean a cardio workout, but all he did was fuel the giant's appetite for destruction. Soon, Butterbean began hammering Jackson with relentless, powerful strikes. He was so fired up, even the referee got caught in the chaos. Fearing for his own safety, Jackson quickly quit the fight. With this double victory, Butterbean proved that no one could stand against his might, not even the referee.
Were you trying to tell the referee to stop the fight there, Bean?
Well, not exactly. He just got in the way, just like Tough Man. Somebody gets in the way and they go down. It wasn't intentional, but it happens. Well, I was shocked because I looked down and it was the wrong guy laying there.
15 fights, 15 victories, 10 knockouts, and now Madison Square Garden awaits the Humpty Dumpty of Alabama, Eric Butterbean Esch versus Mitchell Rose. Round 1, Butterbean explodes out of the corner, hammering Mitchell Rose with a relentless barrage. Rose weathers the storm, but then wham, a clubbing right to the body. 1-2 precision strikes rattle his opponent. big right hand. The crowd erupts. 8 seconds in, Rose fires back, but Butterbean responds with a furious torso assault. Rose is gasping, stationary, beaten by the sheer force of the juggernaut.
There's the uppercut we talked about. Butterbean down to his feet. Might be time to stop this.
The comeback and evolution. The loss didn't slow him down. Just 6 weeks later, the Alabama powerhouse shows off improved peekaboo skills. Head movement sharp, counters deadly. Right hand lands, close range knockout.
You were talking about Butterbean trying to get that jab out. Right now, not thinking. Butterbean now.
He claims victory again. Butterbean proves he's more than a demolition machine. He's a student of the sweet science.
His business tonight.
Good right hand by Butterbean. Clark trying to fight back. That's it.
Fight versus Sean Jagan. Overconfident and riding a 3-fight KO streak, Jagan thought he could survive.
Jagan shaking up. Good right hand by Butterbean. Have you ever seen a greater disparity? Butterbean in. Good right hand, left hand, down goes
Eric
Jagan,
Esch
hits
once
his head
again
hard.
unstoppable.
Fight is over.
The Stars and Stripes juggernaut reigns supreme. 10 straight knockouts. And just like that, Butterbean claims the special King of 4-Rounders belt from the IBA. Opening 1997 with style. Now 25-1, Eric starts 1997 in dominating fashion. The undefeated Kurt Allen tests him from a distance using the Tyson Holyfield approach.
Allen in trouble. Bean is throwing this ball.
Butterbean lets him dance, then barrels forward like a human snowball. Wild swings, unstoppable power. The referee steps in.
But the chaos wasn't over. James Baker was about to learn what unstoppable really means. In March 1996, this brave challenger stepped into the ring, ready to test the skills of the bald Peter Griffin. As soon as the referee signaled the start, Butterbean went straight to work, unloading a relentless barrage of punches that Baker couldn't handle. In moments, Baker found himself overwhelmed, flattened by the sheer power and precision of Butterbean's fists. The next opponent had swagger, but he was about to learn why nobody provokes Butterbean.
Hey, this is King of Rock and Roll, and I like to watch Tuesday night fights and eat butter beans. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Richard Davis fight. No one was ready for what happened when Richard Davis stepped into the ring. He came in bold, talking big, but Butterbean let his fists do the talking. From the opening bell, Butterbean closed the distance like a wrecking machine. Davis, seeing nothing but a mountain of pure cholesterol, tried to provoke him. But that only sealed his fate. Before anyone could react, Butterbean sent Davis flying face first into the canvas, proving arrogance never survives in his ring. Barely rested, just 2 weeks later, Butterbean faced Jonathan Whitfield, known as the Bull, and things were about to get even crazier. Whitfield tried to intimidate him with sheer size and muscle, but Butterbean feared only an empty fridge and a treadmill. The bell rang, and chaos erupted.
Of his 7 fights, but comes in and says,
Butterbean became the matador, controlling the aggressive Bull with brutal precision.
Starts to rush in, then he stops. Then he starts, then he stops. There's that right hand.
Patience by Butterbean. Now he rushes in. He sees an opportunity.
Finally, done playing around, he sent Whitfield straight into the Shadow Realm, leaving no doubt who ruled the ring. Rise in popularity, 1997 to 1998. By now, Butterbean wasn't just winning, he was becoming a legend. The following year, Butterbean kept adding knockouts to his tally. Despite not having big titles, his popularity grew as fast as his weight, landing him regular appearances on The Jay Leno Show.
Please welcome Butterbean.
He also became the face of the EA Sports Toughman contest game. Eventually, he joined the Knockout Kings video game lineup alongside legends like Muhammad Ali, Joe Frazier, and Floyd Mayweather Jr. But his biggest appearance outside the ring? The cult classic show, Jackass.
I'm Butterbean.
Today we're going to do a little boxing.
There you go.
And by knockout in the first round, new champion, Butterbean.
Woo, yeah!
And just when it seemed Butterbean had seen it all, a new challenger appeared, Scott Lindecker. Lindecker could be called both a brave warrior and a fool.
And he's never been under 300.
From the moment the fight started, he launched punch after punch, but for Eric, it was merely an appetizer.
This fight, Lindecker trained. Lindecker doing a good job so far. Corner wants him to do right.
So we haven't.
The enraged giant was ready for the main course.
Now Bean getting into it. Butterbean very upset.
Lindecker's menu didn't impress him at all.
Right hand puts Lindecker down.
I guess not, Doug.
Good job. When you consider basically he's a cruiserweight, but now he goes down just getting.
After several failed attempts to crack Butterbean's defense, Eric delivered a knockout that turned off Lindecker's brain for an indefinite period.
Down goes Lindecker. Fight is over.
His name is the Bean Man, Butterbean.
Just when it seemed Butterbean could handle anyone, a few months later, Butterbean faced Billy Eaton, a giant with a size advantage and the infamous mustache of death.
Bill Eaton. And he floors Butterbean with his first punch of the fight. A straight.
From the first punch, Eaton justified all the hype. He sent Butterbean to the canvas immediately.
Butterbean doesn't expect to have to defend himself.
You can't do that in boxing.
Now he gets in two solid, been so poorly conditioned that they were totally exhausted by the second round. Eaton takes a body shot and another, and
the fight erupted into a full-on brawl, a throwback to the golden age of boxing. Eaton's endurance was monstrous, but Butterbean's relentless fists punished him round after round, turning his face red with every hit. In the end, Eaton handed Butterbean a draw, ending his streak, but the question lingered, who really deserved the win? Butterbean versus Eaton 2, the rematch.
Have a good fight.
History of busting up, you know.
There, but he's trying to make Butterbean miss because he knows that.
Rumors of defeat, not on Butterbean's watch. He demanded revenge. A year later, Butterbean returned, fueled not just by cheeseburgers, but by the burning desire to reclaim his honor. The bell rang, and the feast began. Savage punches raining down like a storm. Eaton, seasoned and precise, delivered sharp headshots. But it only made Butterbean hungrier. By the second round, Butterbean had plated his dessert. Eaton was overwhelmed and outmatched. In the end, the giant emerged victorious, silencing the doubters and reminding the world why his fists were feared everywhere.
power indeed, and a certain.
But Butterbean wasn't done. Next came a fight where he showed brains, not just brawn. In February 1999, Butterbean faced Patrick Graham and stunned fans with more than raw power. This time, he displayed surprising grace, speed with his right hand, perfect distance control, and stamina that carried him through the 10-rounder. Graham fought hard, but Butterbean finally lowered the boom and sent him crashing to the canvas, proving the big man had more in his arsenal than knockouts alone. And just when respect was finally catching up, his next opponent decided to clown around. In 1999, Butterbean stepped into the ring with Jakey Beard, a fighter who seemed more interested in turning the bout into a circus. To him, Butterbean was nothing but a walking bundle of cholesterol in gloves. Beard mocked, taunted, and sneered, even as Butterbean's punches thundered in.
Even Butterbean's monster punches couldn't shake the scoundrel. He kept disrespecting the power of the man rocking the most legendary trunks in boxing.
Acting more of a pro style than he is a tough man's, right? Because Bean just wants to punch it out. He's smiling through this round. Looking to load up that time. Beard says, no, you hit me on the shoulder. So this is just a little taste of what you're going to be able to see. Butterbean opens right up. Butterbean was doing a little hot dogging there.
Yeah, they like pillows unless you get hit with it.
But the jokes ended when Butterbean got fed up. One brutal flurry later, the clown act was over, and the fans roared.
That's it. He's still out.
Even with this win, many still dismissed Butterbean, claiming a man fueled by burgers couldn't be taken seriously.
Why do you think you have become so popular?
Well, I'm an everyday person's fighter. I mean, I go out there and I fight. I give them a fight. I don't give them a boxing match. People don't want to see boxing. Boxing's boring. I go out there and I fight.
Elite boxers avoided him, but one exception stepped forward. An infamous Irish fighter who once faced Mike Tyson himself.
I'm Hurricane Peter McNeely from Medfield, Mass. On Saturday night, watch me kick Tyson's ass. You have a big dump in your pants.
If Butterbean wanted respect, this was his chance, against a man who survived Tyson.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again. McNeely's hurt this time, Steve. He's very hurt. He can barely stand up.
At first, it appeared as if McNeely...
Peter McNeely, with 44 wins and 34 knockouts, was no pushover. But when he dared to step in with Butterbean, the big man targeted his chin and body like a demolition crew.
With your medical background, is this too risky for him to be fighting under the search? Go to this. Butterbean goes right to it.
I think he really thinks he's a real fighter. He fights good 4-round fights.
Pounds lighter than Butterbean. There's a much more likable. Oh, he missed with the right.
Then, as if fueled by a magic potion, Butterbean unleashed brutal combos. So brutal it looked like he moonlighted as the Tooth Fairy. Eventually, the referee stepped in, sparing McNeely from further punishment. The win was decisive. Butterbean was ready to knock on the doors of boxing's elite.
McNeely ready to go. And that's it. 80 steps in and stops the fight.
To get a fight with Tyson because the people demand it. Mike Tyson will be the laughingstock of the...
Larry Holmes fight, 2002. And then came the ultimate test, the legend who once beat Muhammad Ali.
67 when he gave it. Oh, he's ready to go. This must be stopped. It is
At 52, Holmes still had power, precision, and the experience to control a fight. For Butterbean, used to 4-round slugfests, this 10-round war was a new battlefield. Holmes peppered him with jabs, but the Bean fought back with bull-like charges, forcing brutal phone booth exchanges.
Right hand, overhand, right-handed at Larry Holmes. Here comes Butterbean. He's wailing away Butterbean. Crowd's encouraging him.
So many different ways to fight.
Holmes moves away from the right hand. Butterbean lands a couple of right hands. He's flailing away. Holmes with his hand on the ropes.
By the end, both men looked like they'd been dragged through hell. Holmes took the decision, but Butterbean had proven something greater. The 4-round king could go toe-to-toe with a true legend for all 30 minutes. But boxing wasn't enough.
But boxing alone wasn't enough. Butterbean was ready to risk everything in a brand new arena. In 2003, he made the bold leap to kickboxing. That June, the K1 organization opened its doors, and his first opponent was Yusuke Fujioto. Esch jumped in fast, adapting quickly and winning respect in a strange new world. Fujioto didn't even survive a full minute against him. Then came Mike Bernardo, a terrifying monster who haunted every fighter. Bernardo was a nightmare, crushing anyone foolish enough to stand across the ring. Right from the opening bell, he tore in with savage combos to the head and body. Butterbean could take the punches upstairs, but his legs, trained only for boxing,
来る前に殴り倒す。おボタリバタービーンコールが起こっています。アメリカボクシング
were shredded by the kicks. Drained and unwilling to continue, the white grizzly bear stepped back. While Butterbean showed he could thrill crowds and hang with killers, the truth became clear. Kickboxing wasn't his perfect fit. Victories and defeats traded places like chess moves on a board. And so, he turned the page once again, this time to mixed martial arts. The beginning was rough. In his debut fight, he was submitted by Genki Sudo. And then he stumbled into a draw against Michael Butchkovich. The critics piled on, doubting he could ever last in the cage. But when the world counted him out, Butterbean answered back with one of the bloodiest wars of his life. That moment came against former UFC warrior Wesley "Cabbage" Correra. From the opening second, they clashed in a wild brawl at close range. Cabbage fired off elbows like hatchets, but Butterbean refused to fold.
I was scared a little bit.
But I don't know if that even hurt. Elbow.
Instead, he doubled down, bulldozing forward with brutal intent.
Tell you what, this is every bit of a slugfest that we thought it might be.
Boxers with that left down. Oh, look at that overhand right.
By the end of round 2, the fight's twist was undeniable.
Cabbage, good combination. Good combination by Butterbean. Again, nice knee by Cabbage. Good combination by Butterbean. Another one. Cabbage cannot continue to eat those. Butterbean's going all down.
The Cabbage is just staying there.
Cabbage can't go. Cabbage is in trouble. Cabbage is in a lot of trouble. Butterbean
Cabbage had shattered his elbow on Esch's iron skull. The victory belonged to Butterbean, the burger-fed brawler who once again left the world shaking its head in disbelief. MMA career continued. James Thompson fight. Just when fans thought they'd seen everything, Butterbean was thrown in with a monster. He pushed forward in MMA, but his showdown with James Thompson became unforgettable. Thompson's resume included destroyers like Mariusz Pudzianowski and Bob Sapp. Thompson looked far more athletic than Butterbean, yet true to form, he burned all his fuel during the stare-down.
He's probably going to use his left jab a lot because...
When the cage closed, he had no answer for Esch, who fought calmly, already joking to himself about a second lunch.
There it is. There you go. There it is. Oh, that's about it. I mean, that's about it. Butterbean has done it. Thompson still looking for the takedown. I don't think he's quite aware.
Every great warrior eventually writes a final chapter, and Butterbean's was both powerful and bittersweet. Eric Esch stayed active until 2013, finally retiring from competition at the age of 47. After stepping away, his health slipped and his weight climbed past 200 kilos. Doctors raised alarms, and he was eventually invited onto the show Lose Weight or Die to confront the risk head-on. And so, you've just witnessed the incredible, sometimes emotional saga of Eric Butterbean Esch.
10 seconds of the first round, the winner by knockout, Butterbean!
If you enjoyed the journey, smash that like button and drop a comment to show your support.